stops you. There's nothing biblically wrong. Do you know the father of Moses? Who is the father of Moses?
But that was
even Jesus Christ. Who is his father? Who gave birth to Paul? Were they married? Bastards are still recognized by God. As you are sitting there, you are not married. Look for a registered, sensible penis to impregnate you.
Oh, Counsellor, don't say that.
You just walk there. Look, it is better for you to. It's better for you to be a second wife to a rich, worthy man who will take care of you than to be the only wife to a very useless man who cannot feed himself, and you are still feeding yourself and taking care of yourself. We are talking sense here.
Counsellor, what was Sunday?
So this one is not. I thought you wanted an answer for that.
Part of the Sunday.
And I'm asking you. You waste your time on everything you want to know. If a man walks down here and comes to say, a woman comes to say, I have a child with Counsellor and he's not taking care of the child. Perfect. Take me to court. Deal with me. But do you know how happy that woman might be to have a child with me? Do you know who is talking?
We don't believe you're him.
You know who I am?
You are Counsellor.
You are just a mere counselor.
Yes, just a mere counselor being hosted by a mere Ejeni.
Counselor. Okay. Yeah.
What did God do?
Counselor,
if I'm your sister's husband, wouldn't you be happy? When friends meet and say that, hey, Counsellor, would they pronounce me? Counsellor, Tobuasi. What was sister Newari? Metiano friend. Hello, in-law. Walk there.
Counsellor.
Madam Fobi will have not come to so much. Ube show off and say, sister, why nipa? Ya worry moi, ya friend will be bedroom. Ubenya.
Counsellor, you're going to ask him this.
After my bread. Yeah, that's it. See, I saw my temenka. I said, the meat you are seeing a see. A test you
are going to ask him this.
It will be such a almost temenka. Moya sure.
We are talking.
Any stoppage a game in the Sabe penny. Nana do not come chair baby. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana. We are active team. Me chow. Nana do not come. Maybe I will be a Jiwa home. Numuso na Naka say may count 14 days. One passy 11 na BBC. Hey, bibi besi, bibi besi. Kukurudu, kukurudu, kukurudu. Akufado. Your Excellency, pass the e-lady and forget about these children. Forget about them.
Now, when did you become a communicator for the MPP?
No, am I speaking like
yeah, diverting?
Why they're diverting? No, when you never address me as a communicator again, because Yababia Samoa is waiting for Kennedy Japan to answer. I don't want to put me in that fix. Please, he's the director. Okay. Now, once you can hear me clearly, then this young man sitting here who is struggling to be married asks me a question. That if this young girl by mistake has gotten the opportunity to be married by me, and that is an opportunity, what should be the relationship between you and my mother? Is that a question? Yes. Perfect. Let's start from this angle. Who is a mother-in-law? If you understand who a mother-in-law is, you will not struggle to find a way to relate with the mother-in-law. Because in the preamble you ask of in-law, there are two words. There's a law that gives you the opportunity to operate with the person. We have a sister-in-law, we have a brother-in-law, we have a mother-in-law, and we have a father-in-law. We don't have a step-sister-in-law. We don't have a cousin-in-law. We don't have a former friend-in-law. In-laws are people who are as a result of marriage through legality. And here, you can't say marriage through legality. And yet, our dear, you court. If you are there, a the pa, Bema ya, Onyinche, Sawa dear non sono, Emma Obinya Asoba. Now, Asoba, any in law, says I'm your friend. And to was sewa or ya oba. It's a appointment soon near farm Obinya in law. An in law comes into the system when there is a performance of the right to marry one's daughter, or when one's son has the right to be married. I have an in-law. Once I marry you, you also have an in-law. And to mommy, mimi in-law. Me so mommy, in-law. And this is the thing. Between me and you, if we ask who is the law, because it's an in with the law. So me walewa, mommy me mother-in-law. Until my mother-in-law na your mommy no between o mommy wo any minute why ni law no. That you see, you say, mommy, no. That is where the issue is. Why we ask the relationship between you and my mother. Immediately you get married and you have an in-law. Between me and you are the law, not your mother. In-law. So when you are dealing with my mother-in-law, I must say, bear money, mommy, no. It means that between you and my mother, I am the law. And because I am the law, you can never operate with my mother without the law. So you speak through the law. That is what makes me an in-law. It's even to me, I'm kasa. To me, for me, I'm godin kita hudie biya enfameso. So the relationship between you and my mother is through me. That's all. The issue is that most of you lose your respect before the marriage. So here, the first answer is an in-law is somebody who has been married and the parents of the person, the sisters, siblings of the family are in-laws. So when you say oba ya wale no oyima bema de wo twempna ne maame nya wase odim sa oba bia ye no twempna wo frɛ obema ne maame ase bia e jiri for efi afi emo anko a etetefo ni ho
ko bema ni fi na ne maame o
and you are smiling.
Of course.
Look, that is a sign of disgrace because in the first place, if you are going out with me now, on the main twempna, she can't say ompra. It's a ompra, now the main twempna, one main twempna. Now to me, baby, fear no mammy to me who the baba we woman we go win massive. You see, there is a relationship that is advertised. The only advertised relationship on earth is marriage.
No, who say or aso ba na so oba oba ni fie no. Who say oba you good e man baba.
Na ba di mechia. Oba women no go fie na you good mama.
Say enya ba ko enya mi.
That na only be go echa you good man wale and you good for sex. When they push you for marriage, don't allow yourself to be made a wife whilst you have not been married. That's where the conflict is. It is the kind of many ukufia. It doesn't make you a wife.
Okay.
Many want to implant. One say you want baby maka active TV intimi sambo so bio. Be me bia bra bomu you want ma sroto e wo montem. The kind. Obebia be me bia oba asasi so ba na wo. Enti wa mu anam ho no unim ba e o maame. Sa papa ni ma wo no wo mbema na mba dia wo nua ba. E so be ma wa wo manko a onko soro ahemem ye hia no ho. Enti unam na manko na wo amusue na bo uni baby akọ. Learn how to give birth to a male child. 0277-609-644. If you are a man who has just produced daughters without a son, your heaven going has been truncated. If you are a pastor without a son, you are in trouble. Look for a womb to produce a son because daughters because daughters have nothing to do. If you want more details, 0277-609-644. When I was going to the Bible school, these two people sitting here were still sinners before I graduated. And if you are asking with offering or asking as a church member, 0277-609-644 mobile number.
I don't need to call you. I'm here.
I'm not saying call, send the offering now. And when it beeps, I answer. Let me shut up. And just saying one city, knowledge way only one city. Say na moye na nkofo mu nufu sa no match form. One dia wo ka kire me. Say one Ghana city.
Offering there your ma. It's what's in
na o ma offering the agi knowledge me bo a. Enti bu ade anka wo hwe mani ma one Ghana city. Wuti we me che one city abeje.
O ka meje na ko te go ni nkate are.
O beje one city. O benyi a che pa.
Amen.
O sre. Me se me ma na wo sre. Enti enkomo na me di na munyanti ase no. Most women have found themselves in this conflict because obebia wotsnabia obema brabo mu hia. So bema bia wonua ba or maame, they are women in your life. The next woman like you, obema uni ajanim, mu ya adwuma bo meboa. So mu ya colleague at work. And you can have a female person at work who is just a colleague, nothing else. You can also become a friend to the person. A friend is somebody who you have a mutual relationship with without sexual intercourse. So obviously, he is my boyfriend. She is my girlfriend. It means that you are a friend without sexual intercourse.
Because I can say girl lover and boy lover. So.
There's nothing called boy lover. It is unwanted English in phonetics. But there's what we call a sex mate.
Okay.
So immediately Jenny started, you are no more a girlfriend. You are now a sex mate. It is graduation. You've graduated from a girlfriend to a sex mate. Now, from sex mate, there are other women in the life of a man is called a side chick. Side chick are products that are blessed by God and given to enhance the marriage fraternity.
Counsellor, what did you say?
Are you sleeping?
I'm not sleeping.
Counsellor, what did you say?
You're just confusing my viewers.
Are you a viewer? Are you a viewer?
Currently, I'm viewing you.
Active for mechanic brofo na yesi why you confused I'm mechanic. Obebia uwa kukudru adi obi kunu twempra e nyankopon hira ne adoma chede ade ama. Esanse oni obi kunu twempra boni bie ni asase so awaye. Obi yire bompa egu so enka wo da. Sasema mo kana yentro. Obi ani wo bi bompa ye tia obi onu bi yire obi kunu ana obi yire twempra.
So you're not a side chick?
Not yet. Because there's a level that provokes a side chick.
What level is that?
The financial capacity of managing girls like you with such skin color.
No, Beska.
Nisika nindu dia mumbedi.
Okay.
The edition kola wo fie na yenya sesia.
Okay.
Na menya de esom so a.
Back of
Modie so.
Back of
Wa hwo nsa no.
Back of febi.
Enye se me febi. De ba nyina magya tum. So at the end of the day, a side chick is also a woman in the life of a man. And once you become a side chick, remember that you are going out with a married man. So when you are going out with a married man, you are not a girlfriend, you are a side chick. The next level of woman in the life of a man is called a baby mama, Shatamichi. Once you are a baby mama, you are also a woman in the life of a man. Now, in-laws, mother-in-law, sisters-in-law are also a particular type of women in the life of men. The last category that carries more importance and has weight, legitimacy, provocation and publication are called wives. And the ultimate chira wo bedwom aya den oyire bema ma bema wura no enti ono no yetumi de ne chira bedwom enti oba bia ya nya ho ade yetumi ne wo chira bia no ye gu ho enim ase, because there's no publication rights, there's no legality. Enti ye no ko chira fie. I'm answering your question you asked. If they take you home as a sex mate and my mother sees you and appreciate you as a wife, you have disgraced yourself.
She sees some wife materials in me. That is why she's saying
now who sees a wife material? Is it my mom or myself? Are you going to
and your mother,
who is saying it? Who is saying in-law? Me, I brought you for sex. And my mother is seeing you as a wife material. Is she going to marry you?
She'll push you to marry me.
So when I push to marry you, remember, you continue marrying my mother. This is where the problem is. Most people have been recommended to choose a certain woman, not because they want to choose a woman, but because their mothers did. And then they want to build a relationship with their mother-in-law because we'll come to that. So I'm saying that if you want to say I have an in-law, you only have an in-law because you have the legacy, the legitimacy to become a wife. You cannot just be called a bedroom na a year back. Our dear Bekro na ye dear wo bem oni enjanim twempna or you kakra na asma babufia na wa twantoma na nam ho na onam eyiye na ase na wo serve se na ye kokko yi hye tuntuma ebeyi kala na pie pa me hu wo to de ba unufu do so nti na obi abisa wo bedwam wan beni abaya we na enjanim pese o wale no ofiha. So you are introduced before marriage. You have disgraced yourself. You are not having an in-law.
A man and I say young ladies like us, having said, "Oh, they make a Benjamin and Chester worry me." Like
you are seeing and depicting your right of becoming a wife. Like the Shatawale in this girl here seem to see here or fina no bedroom. Girl on no bush papa. Some papas or do bush papa anka. Na all fan whom come bedroom and fina no bedroom. So I'm trying to bring you to your mindset. You can't have an in-law until you are married. And immediately you get married, your in-law, there are rules governing the marriage. One of them is what I told you, that you can only operate within you and your in-law through the law. That is me. So when you ask what should be the relationship, the first relationship is that there should be a cordial respect through me to my mother that you are in-law. But immediately it becomes like mother-in-law mommy. One of the silly mistakes women do. Only mommy nyina ye pe. Enti media ma se bad here. My fan is say me mommy. If you take your mother-in-law as your mother, you have a brain damage.
How?
And your marriage will collapse.
You need to have a cordial relationship with
When you use the word cordial, anytime you get to English phonetics and you hear cordial, it means that there's coordination. That's a word. So who is coordinating the communication? I, your law. So when there's a mother-in-law, there's a coordination. It's just like us are sitting down right now. If your people want you to insult me, they will tell you in the talk back. And people will think you are the one insulting me, but your director told you can't just say, well, give me, and you said it in the talk back. So I am the talk back in this relationship. You cannot have access to my mother. So if you are watching me as a man and your wife is close to your mother, very soon the marriage will collapse and you will die. Simple. Because the kind of say only me mama koye ba kompa mukumi. Be me bia yiri no mama ye ba kom owu na e ba ma. And it is yes. Yes. It's not important. You need to be an in-law to my mother. Respect my mother to the max because of me. But don't have a relationship. Mebano na ne wa se ba ma to pono mu didi.
Oh, Counsellor.
Umbuade. You don't respect.
So your wife doesn't eat with your mom together?
What's so disrespected that?
So what is the relationship that they should have? Say me who machi am twe man say dey.
Umbuade u twa na chie mai de. U twa na chia na ginchira. Na ukura hu ne he. That man the whole so ya the team ya de no wade oba de nkotra busia fie. Oba bia ya wale nkotra busia fie bia ukunu team wodden. Se wo so na pa bia na se wo chia wa ase ba. Ma me chia wo me kwa aba. Efie kesi ma ba wa. Mango dua si wa prase de bia. Ugo kuro ma so me.
Ase oni ni wonum kwa na mango si fie oba.
Wa fie.
Enye me bi kunu fie. Se
Ah,
be prase.
men kasa se me bio. Ukunu walo edo ko tena ne papa ne ma mi fie mu fie. Umbuade.
Se bia onu nkwa ne na wo for.
Anti be ma onu nkwa ne wo no walo no ko tena ne ma me ne papa fie. Sitting room ye wa mu sitting room. Mother-in-law kitchen na ne ko share. We wicked. Umbuade. So that we will go into the details why you can't be a friend to them. Because at the end of the day, if you are married to your mother-in-law's house and you are sharing the same kitchen, the same bathroom, the same toilet, the same sitting room,
bathroom and toilet you can't share.
Why?
Say it will be a one day one.
Abemuna na say sit down sao. Unity intini sit down one toilet. Obi ajo so say na bi obi yala ebe hu. Obi okoko okọ toilet ye hu mu ja no. First ni kwa net e finu abonten. O ja say entwam enu mo ye enu etu fever e fa 3D say obi nto ma na heat na pia ba obi na e
what do you call it too much?
say we afina obeto flashing toilet. Ye de ye beto tubun e kwa turubun e fa 3D. What used to be that? With this your color?
I used to be that.
It's your fear when you are papa. I go school. That's why I go school, papa. Who go bring girls? There's a relationship but that we have to establish between you and your mother-in-law, and you should not be a friend to your mother-in-law. That's my stand.
Only Ukrainians and you want to talk to you want to report it to your mother-in-law. Can't you do that?
You know, I'm wearing a signature Louis Vuitton. Very expensive.
Hey, that's how America buy there.
Oh, when you say I'm America, them cobasa. I'm just saying, the Michelle boy and say last one they buy.
Okay.
More back be close to $800. Ebu and nansa, you prepare me nansa ni buye.
It is a car.
Say I did the ebu ya touch me. Much no ball so to actually na kofa. Mister. Say umpe. Umpe. What she be that? Emfata Mr. Why? Madam Besam. What is that? If you have a conflict between you and your husband, one of the first things you should never do as a wife is to report your husband to your mother-in-law. Don't do it.
So if there's
it's a sign of disrespect.
If there's a problem, now things say open sepen even do when to your husband.
Mufie benifo nyina ewu.
Cause na mama no see.
Wanu po e ba me hu ba bi e ko. No, I'm married to you and I've offended you. And you want to report what I've done.
I'm not reporting. Me person be intim enim say na met me na wakasa.
Wo ne me be kasa afo bi mu.
Yeah.
if you have a problem in the marriage and you can't talk to me, who should you talk to?
Your mother, my mother.
You don't respect.
Why?
Why do you go and report me to my mother?
Because she's your mother.
If I didn't marry you, what you are saying, I will not do it. Maybe you go and tell my mother I beat you. My mother will tell no, me ban into sir. That's all while in what teaching a man about. That's what my mother will tell you straight. Go me boba. So I'm telling you what it is. Your relationship between me and my mother, your mother-in-law, should be through me. So if me, the law, I have offended and said something wrong that you are not happy, the best people you should report to is not my mother-in-law, but your people. Go and tell your parents. The level that they can operate together, the relationship that can be zoomed between my mother and our relationship is your mother's people, your father's people, and my mother and father's their relationship.
But Counsellor, in a situation where you live together, you
live together where?
In your like my husband's parents' house.
So you have been borrowed.
No, let's say
if you can see my bow, no, use the right word.
Okay,
if you can
see my bow.
Congratulations, the maid servant of the house. Speak bold.
Now, that is it. You live there.
Now your mother-in-law.
So do you have a strict relationship with your mother-in-law?
Now in that house you are working, whose house are you in?
I feel I'm in my husband's house.
You are not. Stop that feeling. That is nonsense pride. This is the house of your mother-in-law, and that is her house. That is her kitchen. This is her sitting room. The couch you are sitting in is her. She has the right to come.
So
man, hey, sorry,
It's young cases to say, Bema, and quiet and Tinifia.
Na Bema, what you want, Bema, and who's soon what you Jimmy for?
Oh, because I know wants to see how the Bema in Libya when you what but on Quahin Diano,
it negates the original conversation. Open Gaso be seen as an Walio. Ububa, oh, I don't know, if you respect woman, you marry her, Metie, I can naked myself. Metie, make me my target is here. May me bo. It's make me you could see that pine but you can't do that. So if you respect the privacy of a woman, you create for her a private space of living. Maybe I can what way and we call her a single room self-contained. Let's say TFE any graduation. And Marado do na omo high side na say be ma be one no mutumi fresh na ba so no monko e bi adwene no e bi so adwene say omo ko ba bi so a omo yemu bon e na omo che wati afi e na ye dede, so they don't want to bring an inconvenience to public toilet. Obi wo sheti afi na bo no na ateko embe bio enti wa call high single room self contained. Ade no e simple e dan kese ti say be ayati e na ti afi no say enti be sra na ono amu oni pie oni asa enti wa to full skirting no dey getting na twam say mienu say and e bie mfimfin na tom and I say automatic chamber ho ubie curtain na wani to your bed so sampa na dey nyem mba rough for abortion dem e say ubehwe TV atempa no so na wo stress our mind na so na nkoko ni awe no anyem and say obi ba to say wo anya bibisa na atim na dey eti oye na anyu so be walo na oswa e dia kwotena another
Counsellor Ojemi Agbe
man
Counsellor dey your na Jeni you know his name
aji anim eye na adwen say obe wo so no frɛ me ha me boa aji anim eye na adwen say obe walo na on wale wo no you are living in a single room self contained, then he comes to marry you to another single room where the toilet is outside who come yentia o say hwɛ abrabo sha say ni awale.
Because doing that out of love.
Any woman who do this out of love is very foolish, stupid, and will go to hell, and you will die early. You speak against a man. Because they be able to say Yankopon, Fidia Chiaboa, Nisunko, a Janus and Nisunko, Unyonko by Shias, our yet to say, we are smile away, dear. Yamini hair channel. Awali, maybe Yami Pan, Semetumo Panka. Yet in a moo, you're Shanami, or fit a want to smile. So you want to be very careful when you're making this statement. When a man marries you to the family house, he is not qualified to be called a husband. Remember, you will suffer. I want to see any woman who can challenge me and tell me that I went to live with my mother-in-law and I was happy. Any mother-in-law that makes you happy in their house is not qualified to be called mother-in-law.
Oh, Counsellor, what women are
Counsellor, minimum.
Monkasa, I send him na
you because I know my uncle is married and I only to the family house. And we are living happily.
Have you spoken to your in-law?
My auntie.
Yes.
Yes.
When you go home, will you ask her a question? Is she watching?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I see, auntie, once you're not watching, I'm sending you a question.
I'll ask her.
Ko bisane say. So baba that chibi.
So wo baba de we wa wo mema miensa.
Na so ni ma wo onfa banka ho. Ombra me sure ne ba wo tie. That chibi oba pini da. Se ne ba be ma no. Be wale. Oba bi te se wo. Ene na betena ne fia na. I will come back to this couch and bring all of us the answer.
Okay.
Because there is no daughter-in-law who can live with the mother-in-law in the same house and ever practice proper marriage. No daughter-in-law. Because the marriage is controlled by your mother-in-law.
But what do you call a proper marriage?
Proper marriage is when you're living with your husband and wife and you know you are a wife.
What is the difference?
That when you come and set up this water on the center table, it will be there because this is your house. You are making a home. You cannot make a home in your mother's-in-law's house because that is a house. Can you choose the type of paint that you paint in the sitting room?
I can suggest.
As who?
A daughter-in-law.
In whose house?
My husband's house.
Are you sure you are causing an inconvenience to your mother-in-law? Within her menopause at this age, she's supposed to walk naked in the house. That is her house. But because of you, do you know it's a curse to see the nakedness of a mother-in-law? And as for you, anytime your mother-in-law sees your nakedness, you have shortened your life by 5 years. In the realms of the spirit. Okay. You see, you are young, you are not coming. Let me explain to you. Okay. This thing we are talking about, this in-law issue we are talking about. If you don't have any right to. I hear men. Ni mama yale a mawale ni mama yale na me na betena efie na wo hwe no. No way, it's wrong. It's better for me to rent somebody from outside to see the nakedness and the uselessness of my mother than to make my wife go to her because it's a curse. You are not supposed to see the nakedness of your mother-in-law. And yet na wo a obi na me yira wo ni mama ewu ni auntie bi o ne te no ye ka so ebe ifo enti be bia agree there me ma na so be dware mbofra no no me yire wo ye no na enya negotiation enya afi na be di nkomo wan na be dware abofra no there be me yire ma me all right me wa brochire me wa Ethiopia be bia me wo bia se me yire hia se obi be dware abofra na enya ma me na be ba enti ma me ka je ni straight ma me se wo pa abofra be dware a kwana ma me baba ndi na wo ba ese oba wo na be dware no na me yire de because oba kwa wo ase oba ne hu dodo no kakra o de nase e kire se me ha me yew na sa nase ho no ense me maame hu enti ni maame na be hu
na ko se sebe ne maame efri mo
ni ma ejabi wu a
min
oh untan ko abusua
ejabi wu ejabi ti ase
ejanim na ti he wa kire mu se ejabi wu ejabi ti ase enti amamde mu no so maame fi o kan kine ngu enani anu aduane na enwia ye de wo show before fronsa enti o maame na chiri ba wo o maame ne cousin wo. It is better for a family member to come and see your nakedness than to allow your mother-in-law to see. So you don't have right in the house of your mother-in-law. You don't make decisions and you become an inconvenience to her. Do you know why your mother-in-law is always angry in the house? Because one thing on to me tonight is so no to the fear. Baby or baby so do. Yap shop opinion do baby ni tie fi quiet den. Ni fear were 2 toilets. Only ni kunu or master bedroom toilet. But once a while no. Unia e ya say pie bra ebe ko bedroom so e wo guest toilet. But uba no e wale de ne ba ba fie nti no. Toilet ba ko e guest toilet no. Omo dia ka omo de hu say omo mo toilet omo use. Enti wo ko why that semeba. Your mother-in-law has the right to come into that toilet. You know that? But I did no be dream here. Because say there be where I be some mo tie fi wo mo dem mo. I dey na cross rubber. She has right in that house. So don't force and become a friend to your mother-in-law. Rather, and know this. Being a mother-in-law, you are supposed to serve your mother-in-law. Are you aware?
Yes.
Good. Where you serve your mother-in-law is not in the house of your mother-in-law. Well, only who quite so be kwa sum was ba e woni fie. Na wase ba e ba fie a. E ye wasede se wonya wo a wo be serve no. Se si aye kasa no. Wa kwa akopie wo wase ba fie. Ento ye fi kesi mo abawa. Me yiri ko ye busu fie a onyane ntam. No, she doesn't wake up. Ye ko yi na me yiri ko ye fie a. Onyana go eden. Say, me mama me aduane wo kitchen. Me ne me yire koye, say na we po tutu we. Ah kama. Wa hyehyɛ yi. Na me ne wa kofie. Me mama wo kitchen. Onwa frekesen kwan. Eji ni pa hu. Ukɔkyia na sɛ woyɛ ɔba apɛnti uwi a kitchen ɔno akɔgye papa ohula ukɔ wonim deɛ ma me di tu nkwa ma baba wonim deɛ tam papa gimi sa oba ma yɛ this is the wrong section with in-laws, and let's teach them to know what my mother cooks for my father to eat. That is why till now they are still in relationship. They don't want you to see. You have no right to the kitchen of my mother. You don't have that right. Who are you?
So even if we visited your parents, now oh mommy knew how ben radio.
Ama wine.
Oni ho ben radio.
Ama wine.
Ye nyina.
Oni de na maye. Oni ho.
Oni ho.
And so by then.
You right say kitchen akọ no amaye.
By whose permission are you entering the kitchen?
By my husband's permission.
I don't have right over that kitchen, please.
That is your parents' house.
That is who?
Your parents.
And who owns the kitchen?
Your mother.
So will you be happy?
In the case where your mother is not.
So will you be happy one day you come home before you get there? Because I'm a husband, I've given your kitchen up for people to cook for you.
Which people? Let's be specific.
Oh, it could be an ex-girlfriend who was.
That one ex-girlfriend.
But you don't even know she's an ex-girlfriend. Most ex-girlfriends, I introduce them as cousins.
Counsellor, I said we are wicked. You're coming to your cousin one go.
Now who are my cousin now? See a twin we will be able to my cousin.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that we should give respect to mother-in-laws. There is no mother-in-law who is a witch. But because we become an inconvenience to them, why do you go to a family grounds and when families are doing their things, you interfere? You don't have that right. Let be respected. So my sister said, you know what they do? When I take my wife to our family house, they make sure they set up everything for her to come and eat.
Wow.
Yes. She has come into the territory that you should prove to her, say, you need service. They do breakfast for her, don't know being a new e. And the damn mother son was self here.
I saw your pepe.
If you can see my bawa or ye made the name of feel I saw a bar, yeah, man. But what are we talking about? We have women today whose mother-in-laws are running their kitchen. Yes, ni maame fi e krasia be common one crime. Enti ni mother-in-law no na hwe nkola no. Enti onu kodwuma, oku adwuma, na asiba e na nu aduane ma fi o ma yedi. Anytime you allow
it is because maybe the woman and then the man both have a busy schedule.
And they don't get a maid servant.
Maid servant so say they are same
if you have a house that you don't have a maid servant, your husband is wicked.
Whoa.
Yes.
Why?
If your husband sees that your wife is getting tired, you need to give her a maid servant.
It's a counselor.
Every woman that goes to marriage must come with a maid servant. It is part of the protocol of marriage. Look, a man who takes the children to school is poor. Only poor men drive their children to school.
I'm not accepting that.
No, your acceptance doesn't change the language. That you come and meet Bema. Fufuso. Bema done with your tria banchia. Oh, friend, no ponu a chedbia no crem. Tompa. Ya meno. Na ya meno wa hin ma tia banchia si wa menya wo foi. No ban de ato aso. Na so ben. Papa di rufu de na tia banchia aglari ndwale. Fufu na odi ni dua bonko a.
Sa voice over no na.
What say?
Voice over no.
Get you person.
But Counsellor, the point is so per your comments now, no?
Yes.
What should be the relationship like?
An in-law respectable relationship. My mother is not your friend.
What would you say is one?
My mother is not your friend, so respect her as an in-law. And I will respect you not to make you common in the sight of my mother.
So what conversations should they have?
I mean, they are not friends, so what are they going to talk about? Like she said, there's a conflict at home. Who should you report to? And in her example, she said we live together in the house. So once we live together in the house and I abuse you or say something wrong, you leave our room and go and knock. You don't respect. You knock my mother and father's room. Maybe at that age, they are doing sorry corporate and ko. No yo je. Man pacho ayame bonamo ofana mi Charlotte mini Sunday. Mo fana mi tonke Sunday ko. Afon here. Me neighbor mbo uyo. You see, the first time you go and knock my mother's door, she will ask, where is your husband? Do you know why she asks that?
No.
Because you don't have the right to talk to me without your husband. My wife has not gotten the right to call my mother with my phone. Do you know why? When you call me, unfortunately, you don't know how to store your name on my phone. And you won't see it till you die. Because the day you see it, you might commit suicide. Do you know why? Because it's my phone. And I choose to store by the names I can remember.
That one, we don't even advise.
Thank you. So, if you see your name on my phone, don't cry. But immediately I call my mom and she sees my name. There's a way she responds. And remember, anybody who picks phone, like this boy, he doesn't know phone management. He calls you, hello, they will mention your name, counselor. Anybody who does that has a mental deficiency that needs counseling. Because you don't call people to announce who you are talking to.
They should know it. You are the one calling.
No, I have your number. Until I ask who is, oh, hello, who am I speaking to? Then you want to introduce yourself. That is, you are saying who you are. But you don't call me and mention my name. So in the first place, he is talking to me. But all of you knows, hello, counselor. He knows you are talking to me. Is that not it? So my mother, you call my mother with my phone. The first thing my mother does, she has a way she responds. She says, hey, na agbomobi ni penie bokode akono baba akope or therefore mi sike di ba akon aka mi kwaeku mi dade ba akope na me ya one two bu ase e na akofa asa abawe betena so say yire me mpa ebo ne say debi ade be sibia no obewu pafi abrabom ma pe oba papa ma waware no kwaeku na what to say. This is the introduction for my mother in the phone call.
But I have called. Why should your mother give this law?
How will my mother know that you are the one calling?
It's who fell, mommy. I want our friend Rebecca was say,
no. So immediately my mother sees the name. She's addressing the name.
That's the baby man our friend.
Do you understand? And will pour her heart out to me. So why will I allow my wife to call my mother with my phone? You see where the trouble is? I have this young man's number. Name's number is with me. So when I see his name, when I miss his call, I call back. The reason why there's missed call are because of these things. So why will I pick a call and before I say hello, and he knows when they call what I do to him? Once I see his call, straight ahead. Then you are the one calling. Then, oh, hello, Counsellor Lutterodt. Anybody who does that to me, I feel you don't respect me, I cut the call immediately. How do you do it? You make a phone call, then you now tell me, oh, my female host would like to talk to you. Please hold on for the call. So from where I'm coming from, I have changed the way I'm going to speak to you. I know right now I'm not dealing with him again. I'm dealing with you. So when you give your wife chance to speak to your mother-in-law on your phone, I have husbands who will put the phone call or call their mother on speaker or Bluetooth in the car while the whole family is there. And the mother will say what she's not supposed to say. Then, ma, oh, you're Bluetooth. If you call me and tell me you're on Bluetooth, I feel you don't respect me. I cut the phone call. I'm saying this thing to say, how do you communicate with them? How do you live with them? Your husband must make you look precious in the eyesight of your mother-in-law. Respect your mother-in-law. Let them be your miniature God in your life. Don't let them become common in your sight and don't be common to them. They are not your friends. So Christmas, you are going to give your mother-in-law a gift.
Okay. Your name Counsellor Lutterodt and in Como. You remember who was in the semi counselor? Obeyano 0503-236-735 0503-236-735. Now will be sir counselor. It should take counselor why I say it should just be an in-law respectable relationship. It's counselor, yeah, you accept about it. We say what the can say. Or buy one you didn't coffee your friend as well as one year. Your fan cancer. So what I was saying, maybe I was a girlfriend. Now, okay, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Pacha. First time for our free.
I'm Pastor Rebecca. I'm Kasasi Mexico.
Okay, Pacha, was it Saturday?
Pacha was a musu. I want me to rock with Nabu and see that. Near come am papa, my film. Would I cry? What is it? They said to go to that now.
What's it?
What's it?
What you say? It's really correct.
Mate, yo, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Ose wo da kra. Ose wo da kra. What's the baba no? Oh, dead dodo. Sorry, corpora.
So,
if you can see my bawa.
It has to do with the expectations of mother-in-law.
Because
only expect to say.
Because you are the main servant in that house. Are you expecting your mother-in-law to wake up and sweep the house for you? Will you feel comfortable?
Hello, good morning.
You are a tenant in that house.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Patrick, first safe and I'll free fee.
Okay.
Your first safe and I'll free fee.
My free fee, Adenta.
And then what's your first saying?
Okay.
Your first saying.
Utie ya TV numa ya nte woka. TV ni volume na kasa straight on the microphone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Patrick, first safe and I'll free fee.
But your friend Betty. My free
Lobnava. Okay, Patrick.
I me abra.
The person question is the person the same counsellor say. Na o te ukuti na o ma me yare na obi eni ni nchen a. Uku beti akọfa no abeti na wo nchen. Ana so o ma me kan yare na oti bebi na obesira wa. How long no beti atena nchen no wa ni the feel earlier single room set contain and not searching the house set contain. How long no beti atena?
Okay, but Counsellor be answer in the course of the program. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, Counsellor, we'll be
now in the first place, the Bemo Obu no mu die in swan or mo be in beyond 48 hours.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your first safe and I'll free fee?
Your friend of course, my free fee Adenta.
Okay, I was so.
Your friend of course, my free fee Adenta.
Agos, men tie who fi
TV no why? They tell me from phone.
Okay, so that one I think is very advisable. It's not good. Hello. It's not advisable, sir. It's not advisable, so don't worry now. We have a family house. That one the banner will be a show me.
Yeah, I could say that. And I said, okay. Hello. 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 Hello.
The line is not.
Okay, me patro o frepe near pick Dumu TV no. Ala o fa phone say o frepe Dumu TV. Let's take me from the phone directly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It is say na na free fee.
Good morning.
And then they are more high me say o fra.
Yeah, no more how. People not tell any confusion now.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Your friend say na free fee.
It's a neighbor, Counsellor Lutterodt.
Hello.
Hello, your friend say na free fee. Me patro o fra Dum TV set no. Let's say me directly from your phone. Then tell me if I TV no so.
Tonga Tali.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Patro, your friend say na free fee.
Hello.
Please lower your television set.
Me patro Dum TV no. Dum TV ni mama why?
Femo blau Luka Sha.
Yo, Madimuno.
It is your friend say na free fee.
Hello.
Actually, we have to take it like this. Me patcho, oh friend, now you say, oh TFA TV, so I be hanging up on you, please. Send your way to me, Akasa. Lower the television set. Now go ask them. So besides, we did it. Like I said, for Akasa, so yes,
sir. Call you, me te Hawaii. Monto boase. Na de moye no mugume.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Patcho, friend say na free fee.
Miss Free Mom.
Mountain Ifa.
Mambrobi me
Mambrobi alaje.
Mambrobi alaje. Okay, Pacho ko answer so. Pacho you tell.
Ese me disa counsellor say. Se wa wo akola fufuro. mami efirimo be ma no si mami efirimo e na be ma no ni an e be hwewa enu so
wrong.
Okay. Counsellor say wrong. Counsellor say wrong. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho from say for free fee.
Pacho me kase free a me ka janki.
Okay. Pacho from say.
Now why you there so now head.
Pacho free abu.
Abu ko say mo so.
Ya pacho kana no krepa na madam Fubi. O se na yero woye. Na yero no se na ati betra no. Because of also what can in so oye no dulu. So to me and yet that then until later no ba ne fly keke no man man complain say ne maami obetra na ntie ne wa mo to me and yet no dulu. It me abai papa no kana ye no krepa say ente se wa ati obetra wo so.
Okay. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Pacho from say for free fee.
Yes, I'm Rita.
Pacho do the TV on the line.
Pacho the councillor Papa. Mother-in-law before time over something to do with back out.
And the fuck my barrel.
He said, "Come on over me." Oh, Frepe do TV no. Let's see that from the phone. Hello.
And the fuck my barrel.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho from say for free fee.
Pacho me free kaswa ye fe me Raymond.
Raymond, ko asem so.
Pacho me pese me busa say it is o ware oba o tin pa ne kwatra wa titi.
Only the compare wo say maid servant and then.
Hello.
Hello, Pacho, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho from say for free fee.
Pacho, me free Pokwasi.
You from say.
Friend Gloria.
Okay, Gloria, ko asem so.
Pacho, asuma mo kana ye no krepa. Me issue of the room here. Me name boy nesi. Makotina o.
My counselor both.
Pacho, asem o ko fe be. Wo dey meet you. Meet you.
Na timbia me ne boy ne be kanu attach o ma.
Is that okay? Counsellor advice.
Sister, also Sister, also then, what eh? What a boy no say we any day. Ne yire ne mpna ana ne den. Say we any den. E dey mpna ye tena be ma so. Oh, him. We are den. Mama, to call fear why na buo. Why? Better. It is better for you to be sleeping in the compound of your parents on the floor than to live with a man who has not paid your bride price and be acting like.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho from say for free fee.
I can let me be councillor say the all can Ghana hamra na say. From free my
then how can specifically the one Ghana mrana but so be the one now should be say Ghana mrana me nchira mrana the one e bi ti say then na maka
wa me say the all can Ghana na say
the one
maka nsem bebre nti the one na say Ghana mrana say abo wale ba e dey na got na single room tie few abonte na Ghana mrana. Now what is a single room? Won't a bro from Zwa? In so toy, I want to la from for.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Pacho make us free media.
Okay, what's your first saying?
Le Pacho FM Anita.
Okay, Anita, call some so.
Pacho FM Anita.
But call some so.
Me Pacho make us some na council I can. No crepa.
Yet you.
When the TV is on, where are you?
Me patrol. Who frepe do TV no mami?
Dum na nsa wa frɛ.
Hello?
I stated right.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Patrol from say for now free.
Patrol from Nana. Me ka selfie amasaman.
Okay, Nana, my into.
Aha. I'm not being contributed to Counsellor way, but I'm contributing to more phone calls.
Patrol, it's you.
When the phone calls come in, that's will be so free. Yet see the other line beeping where 20. At some counsellor the count, nipa no one line so the count. It's very difficult to hear.
Okay, yeah.
There will be that pick call no back and then hand it over to you. I think saying can no than say call no be interrupted with.
Okay,
conversation.
Why? You be doing juma and that's a okay. Hello. Okay, Counsellor. You tell me also.
Yo, Suleiman Kotoka. Just send a message.
Hello.
That why do you people?
Hello.
You don't have any better person to bring
Good
to the
morning.
studio except this comedian. Suleiman, because it is a comic show. That is why they brought me here. And you are still watching, even as a comedian. Oh, look at your name, Suleiman Kotoka. Your name alone shows that you don't have a proper orientation. But keep watching. People like you will keep you till you change. A show pass or while bad they got if you see any.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. It's the Counsellor.
Actually, my uncle Facebook.
Okay, for Facebook.
Comments ni bi woko. Na Nekio also was a very funny man. Tata Steven say counselor, give it to them more fire. Loving counselor already, more fire. Besmak Opoku Yabo say international counselor. Kweku Opoku JB say good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, Patrick from San Fernando.
But your friend is up here, make a free a bit like that.
Okay, Patrick, how was so?
Me Patrick, me taking the business council say, so what worry? Odo yere akọ wa fifi bia te fe eyi ebia o ma me no papa nko anete enti no mokọ ya no wife sa ade achi a o expect say wa se no na ensole nkopra ana se o wife be tinya sore akopra.
Okay,
but you moko sra ya na mote ho. But you moko sra ye ana moko tna ho. There are two things.
We feel like this, but I think
Under no circumstance will you visit my mother's house and wake up in the morning to sweep. Are you insulting them?
Okay. So and
Number two, if you live with us, you have become a maid servant and you have to serve us. Which is wrong.
okay. It is that's in Fabian Warena ni kumsewo and then yenkosra ye mame a okwa yen so sorry pra.
No ko pray fa.
Hello.
We dey asem we dey.
Father ko pray fa.
Morning.
Patrick from San Fernando free.
Patrick from Nadia.
Nadia free fa.
Patrick is close to
Kokrobiti. Okay, Nadia, call some so.
Patrick say be man na be you knocking. But na sanitary man.
Debi o no kenya wa de eye bisa enti men go si hwe. Why? Who see agiska de si na giska why?
Patrick Counsellor you are non fefe amame.
counselor, who can say?
Hello, good morning.
You should sleep for your.
Hello, good morning.
But where are you going to sweep?
No, so right now I'm
Hello,
also
good
taking
morning.
the advice you're giving me that even when the circumstance happened that you're worrying me about
So immediately I said two. Say ya wale wo na wo kunu e de wa kotena busua fie na ogi tumu dia wa ko efi kesi mabawa.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Patrick from San Fernando free.
Patrick from Carol, because of New Town.
Okay.
There would be rented house, not someone got in a family house. The person this counselor say, yeah, na say.
Enye.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your first name and I'll free fee?
But your feminine.
Okay.
Me patrol miss. I think say what Counsellor is trying to establish in the say. Oba ntimi nko oba fufu fie enko prama no. Are you saying since you visit here no? O maame no papa o mo mpre fie ho. Ana o maame no papa o mo nya aduane. Who be reciprocate dia o be ko fie ho a o mo be ya ma no when they also come visiting. I think that is the issue.
Okay.
As simple as that.
Thank you, Nana, for calling. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, morning.
Patria first name and I'll free fee.
What you say?
Patria first name and I'll free fee.
The family I'm got it from Cobelia.
Okay.
Now the council can have many nothing.
I didn't hear.
The family nothing. How come tell them I'm a million dim with the mammy or what a Samia? Many people 40 hours so be she. Minimum mammy said the idea and I say what okay.
Or therefore, Mr. Wo, Abaya say, Omo Dani here.
Okay.
A doom TV in the team of phone. Abaya say, Omo Dani here, chamber and hall, Piani Asa. And to name many better almost a Mr. O Mamma Srana, we appear as some mamma die. Mr. was so boom, I mean, or Besra will piana sa, or betra 3 months, or better. Mimi mamma in that form. And I mean, family may eat in Panusuma mamma and that's what that. As a mimi in Chimayaso come mammy. And you're better dying. Me catch them will say, pay our money in bay. Wumpo, a better. I'm a walk of Facebook. I could kindly and go for a
Hello, good morning.
What bread? Yeah, George Lutterodt.
Patron, my only sugar come on way. Your first name and I'll free fee.
Your family now me for few too.
But that's so Tonga Tali.
Okay, now call some so.
Any accounts like trend now make person make come be
Patron, you.
My tree isn't good, so let's remove that.
Now you're two count. My only sugar casa.
Okay, let's say any accounts like trend. I can agree with Counsellor. Normally I don't agree on what you say, but this time I agree with Counsellor. Because honestly, no, about the saying now about ultimately here, we don't after in-law. Now we say for the young mom. I won't for wearing they're able to do what want to do for them.
Okay, thank you very much.
So I wouldn't like anyone to come into my kitchen and cook for me.
Okay.
So I think now all powerful is going to be an in-law kitchen without the permission.
But
it's not right.
Now me that's so free. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Oh my God, it's good.
I didn't okay. Obi will line this one.
Now, hey. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
But your friend say if I casafi.
Maybe mommy ama, me kasa free mind.
Okay, mommy ama ma oneso na ko wasem no so.
Me kasa free mind ya.
But you ko wasem no so, my nto nka.
Me ku next. Wasi fie. Yen na yet fie mo. Ba de be ko su bia no wa kwa ne maame ama. Bibia confusion. Nsi eso enye yene ne maame na tio ne maame wo ko. Bibia problem fia no wa kwa ne maame no wa kwa na ma. Nsi se ne menye den.
Counsellor, obo ware, odi ni kru net na bibia na kru afele ma.
Oboni maame amane a. Maame, oboni maame amane a, wo so ade ha wo so ko bo maame amane ani bi. Owo ho kwan se oboni maame amane, ende se mfa ho. Oh, that's it.
My kind
Komo bi crap.
No, be come on, my man, never found.
Okay. Yeah, Papa Counsellor. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Pastor Frost na Afrefi.
Good morning. Hello.
Tonga Tali. Mami dumure TV ni kakra.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Pastor, I am the last caller. Pastor Frost na Afrefi.
Entokwesi.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Mete wonka Dumu TV le tie me.
Morning. Lepacho. It's Victoria.
Okay. Okay, Victoria, come on, so.
Very good party. Lepacho. That's an answer. Country I go no because before no. Oba for be money to akoye ju ni ahun say oba pa. But this word means yes, Oba warrior upon our city on Yezuma. And let a tower be free. A man got from power almost no mass. On this, let say, upon our city in a second national for monster. The circle about the warrior, what's the way to do? By 4, and now first the couple of class. As you saw one now, as you want to see any yama, and no exam. No one may say, we over. But that didn't manage to now. All yonder problem overseas. By because of biology, let's see, to call us to call us
Okay. So you better say, the course no, ABC, Counsellor.
Mama can kind messages.
Tonga Tali.
Okay. Counsellor, Mama can comments.
Tonga Tali.
Best Makopoki was international counselor, sorry. Lord Berry, say, please, can you send me airtime, please? I want to watch the show. Counsellor, what the car? Town code back.
Or you're sending the airtime, not for what
the
you
number now to 055021421.
You're sending the airtime. Not for watch show. No. Oh, so you're the amame.
Town code back seat, I say, I just like the way Counsellor always explain the issue for our understanding. Eric Alote, please allow him to educate us, please. Okay. Just when the house and say, Counsellor is not confusing us, so he's just the best. God's love, Ecclesiastica, Counsellor is making sense anyway. Amma Michaels, true. Evelyn Tete, very true. Male Dread Simpson, the lady should sit well. Thank you, Bachel Martin.
Now, sir, wonderful.
Mohammed Amando say, the one and only counsellor in Ghana. You see, in Ghana, we'll say the whole world.
Well, I'm an international counselor.
Okay, Mame Ya Oswa. As for this one, I support you, Counsellor. Okay, Esther Otre Boatin say, and why would you speak such ill talk about your wife if she despises her so much? Why bother to speak about her? Focus on your son then. Swift Segal say, I just love this man. He's always on point, and it takes someone with logic to understand him. You leverage say, how smart do you need to be to know how to call in a program? Okay, to my friend now, TV sets in the way. This is simple thing to people don't know how to do really. Okay, 2022 and people still call and want to still hear the Joe. Okay, I mean Jampe and Kohana if said also. I will never live in family house with my husband. Good morning, Jane Dav. Kofi Sami say hi, please. With the issue of the mother-in-law stuff, I disagree with Counsellor. A wife can build a proper relationship with my mother. They can even be close. It's not a bad thing for a wife to have a good relationship with the mother-in-law. Counsellor on Sempa. Nana must say the truth hurts, but Counsellor, you just told us. Thank you, Counsellor. Let's go put your answer, Counsellor 1.
Counsellor, obi say or no, let's send them many the wife, between have a good relationship. They can be very close. A quick one on that.
Unfortunately for us, there's nothing called good relationship. My wife and my mother can never have good relationship, but they can have a respectable relationship where my wife knows her limits on what she can tell my mother.
That is where I'm not getting. What can she tell your mother?
What she can tell my mother is what my mother can hear. For example, if the two of us have a conflict, the last person that my wife can go to talk to is my mother. If you have a conflict, I've married her, there's a conflict between the two of us, the best she can do is to go and tell her family and not my mother. So we need to learn these things. It might not be an easy road for people to learn, but like, for example, as this lady is sitting here, she might be thinking a lot. It would take a lot of decision to live with a man who says, my mother is not your friend. Respect my mother. Even in giving, giving, going to give gifts to my mother, you need to know what you're going to give my mother, when you can give my mother. It's not all funeral activities that my wife attends, because not all funeral activities that she's needed. My cousin's brother's first friend died and they needed us. Even me, I don't think I should go. Oblitiago, your wife for to attend. So let's learn to respect mother-in-laws, and let's allow mother-in-laws to enjoy their space so that we'll have a better thing. If I've answered you, yes, I can continue if you have any other question.
I think I'm okay now. So you're
done. So my final words, so I can step out. So my final words are that in-laws are important in our relationship cycles. And the secrets to young girls like you who are coming, talking jolly, popcorn relationships. So put on your wallet. Who can say yes, see our crowd? Diwo hine. Diwo hine. Say virgin and say virgin. Wow.
Hello.
Hey, Anna thank you. We are proud, sexually active girl.
Yes, I'm right.
Why are there? Really? For 2 years. Or why I say the 2 years? Why? See when Shawani, you must say, you make kindness or him tonga tali to wase. No wali ye. The American in our say, Abaya be or Timmy Benkum, me for year to hear Kamakame. A sort to wase, no kawadim. Ebiati way, no crane say, on same fata say, Ejeni Bewalo. Ebia o se fata sobe Toma Wadia so, now a sumajo. And it to wase. No, yeah, I saw another dam. The next time I have the opportunity to come and teach here, I come and tell you the troubles the church is causing relationship. And terminating when your time. But that's what him. Get the same brantam. And he make sure boss say next time you ever bought 1025. Na me waha. But you mention say and temo and temo and crofone on person with no. I tell people, if your viewers are loyal and they want to learn.
No, so how
many hours I have?
Extra.
1 hour 22 minutes. Let's say 45 minutes. I'm supposed to do 45. 1 hour actually. What you are doing on the woman? It's a wobble pampers. But you may say, me can't die personal because I say, Ghana for me chair when you are counseling me. Me the master me me can't and conformity and men from move for so go be on the ball. Get away or you're empty. Boy or you're empty. Producer put the moon in that phone in the Bermuda. But you make me na me kasa won't ya sembia sia tonga tali enya hwe na me ka de bia se be me bia woti asia wo be me wu a woti oba ho ye widini hwe Abraham woni Abraham woni mu no na Abraham na wi Hagar ta mo wi Hagar na se wagina na Hagar ya wo se yedi wo when matra wache na onum tonga tali
Counsellor dey we go 500 cedis
emposi ka keto wa boy edropa ni 500 ade amaje ni mpeso ori wa wo mpene nie tonga tali anti ampo peso ori everything you go chop the judge just accuse you remove your mouth.
I have nothing to say.
But on your
but everything I want to chop.
I mean, this one too.
No, don't say that.
The last two I met, they said the same thing. Only she. Tonga tali a drum, media bembe maybe a bear ma wu, Miss Robo modern 2-1 more. Nanu medru capsules nanumbi. And at the same way, so teeny in our Adia Bako Maka no crepa and say, Wa wini ma beku Santana. The entire Onya Quine FA, get no jante soon. No one read ginger ninti. Baby, I will be a ginger and kids. Where America, where Ghana. Madame Nase, wow, pay you my frame 0277 609 644 0277 609 6 of ultimate not a bema home. Name Koya, frame. Young girl, I dear no, frame. Madame was saying, I'm Jimmy Baha. That's 7 for Smasamba. Why ask a betchy? And the way.
Counsellor, let me show it.
We just try to send me.
Your back kind messages can come.
Okay. It's if I back messages in you.
Finding there go.
My sister.
What's the good? Madia Bibi Amopo.
Yeah,
messages.
I say, please, he's spoiling the youth and he's not speaking the truth from the Bible. I'm finding any baby.
Bible, what the Bible about?
Patch on your friend, next time I'm friend and for WhatsApp. Hello, this is Mingo from Amasama. I think Counsellor Lutterodt is telling the truth, but I think he's wrong when he said we can't kiss at public. Okay. And we say it's very, very true. It's very, very true. I stayed with my mother-in-law and I went through hell. My marriage didn't work. I have learned my lesson. Gloria. Okay. Good morning to you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Counsellor is saying the truth seriously. I'll allow a man to marry and put me in a family house. If that man can't afford to build or rent, I'm sure she wanted to say, I won't allow a man to marry and put me in a family house. If that man can't afford to build or rent, then he would not call himself a man or husband. So he would forget about getting married. Needing any baby or cancer feeling so Good morning. What Counsellor is saying is true, because you can't feel comfortable living with your mother-in-law. Imagine when making love to your wife and your mother-in-law just in the room.
This issue.
It happened to me
11
now.
months.
I'm happy living alone with my wife and kids.
Yes. Nobody here they didn't know about dime. I quit. Bibi aboko. Because girl need the honey to send to call. Then mama she so who say the banana.
Because the brand can go about 10.
Me just say who dey be na here kan ma
tell this man, love is not about money. What if I'm getting old and I don't have money? Shouldn't I get married?
I disagree.
I'm not agree with I'm not
money answered everything.
I don't agree with all what this man
will you marry a man with that money?
Saying no, please.
Or don't this guy on
Good morning, Mekabo. Please, Counsellor, I want to know who should be my maid.
Mufie ya nka wembo. Or don't this guy in camp. It's a company. Where me baba nka me ton. Or don't this guy father's me camp.
Counsellor, obeto amaka messages dey.
Sabin J was me kan kra na twi wo.
What say bohobium?
Or don't this guy na mefa.
Good morning, please, Counsellor. I want to know who should be my maid in my husband's house.
Mobi somebody akure na dia man boy Jimmy no odi ni keke. God is all here. On time, ade na are. Ade aye pede akoji ade wo sura yime wo de mu.
Oh God.
Plastic toothpick yanko. This
Counsellor, I want to know who should be my maid in my husband's house. Should it be from my family or my husband's family? Doctors from Madina.
Go to an agency. If your family has no noble person, go to an agency.
Counsellor, you are so intelligent. God bless
that one
you.
I know. That's why I didn't complete school.
Counsellor, being harsh. Please, Counsellor, please. I'm in a relationship with a guy who is not yet married to me. I support him in anything he does. The mother always wants to call and speak to me. The guy too always do things with the mother on any decision that comes into his mind before he tells me. I've now rented a single room and I'm living with him. I've now realized some things from him which I want him to distance himself a little from me by leaving me alone to stay, and also for him to also prepare himself well so we can marry. But whenever I mention that, he keeps saying he has nowhere to go. Please, what do I do?
You have established an NGO, so call me and let's expand it and register it on 0277 609 604. Because if you are sensible and clever, why would you rent a place and bring somebody's son inside? You are very, very shameful.
It's good for a wife to maintain some distance between herself and a mother-in-law, but give the necessary respect. That way, you would hardly have issues, and trust me, she'll respect you big time. Okay, I'm Josephine from Pokwas. You are doing a great job, huh? Keep it up. Thank you. Counsellor, you've said it all. May God richly bless you.
I receive it through mobile money 0277 609 644. God's blessing should come with mobile money. Continue.
Difficult for me.
I'm the one sitting here.
Hashtag listen from Odoko Bizia. Okay. Tell Counsellor, please, I'm Celestine from Counsellor, and everything that Counsellor is saying is very true. Tell Counsellor he do all. Ojodin. Good morning, my lovely people. This is Steven from Pokwase. He said side chick is a nice creature from God to married men.
Yes.
So should it be something married men should look into to get one for?
Yes.
And is it okay to marry one person?
No, it's better to marry more than one.
Hello, Bridget from Kaswa. Very bad. Hi, good morning. My name is Debbie and I would like to address some issues. I am about getting married, but my sister-in-laws are against the marriage. And my man happens to be the only guy in the midst of ladies, so they have a high expectation of who should marry their brother. Can the counsellor please help me out? The number, no, go back. you get
0277609644. You are about to get married and your sisters-in-law are not interested in you. Sister, yeah, kukurumponi.
Hello, good morning, sister. Please, I just want to know if the man there knows he wants to disorganize your show. Eric from Oyarefa.
Yes, that's why they brought me for disorganization, Eric.
Please, we didn't bring you here to disorganize.
But I say he's asking a question.
Please, can I get your number? Wow, you are looking sweet.
Who?
Oh, you obviously.
I told you, men don't look sweet. I'm not a gay, but 0277-609-644.
Hi, my name is Nanekia from Madina. Please, I want to ask Counsellor if it's appropriate for in-laws to come and stay with married couple who lives in a chamber and hall after birth for like 3 months or more.
So where would they sleep?
I like the way you're giving short answers. It will make me finish fast.
Yes. Because I see you have a lot of messages.
Yes. Chief, I'm calling from Teshi Accra, and I took my fiancé and my daughter to my mom and dad's house. And for what I've seen, Counsellor is really right. Thank you, Chief. Wasas and this sticker super. This is all true because I'm not taking my wife and my daughter to my mom's house because I don't have my privacy. Can I please get Counselor's number?
0277-609-644.
Please, those calling through WhatsApp, I'm not going to pick up. So please, kindly put a stop to it. I beg you. This one, when I even pick up, you lower your TV set. See, way back, used to say all sorts of things about single mothers. I mean, horrible things. Way back on Tales on GH1, he used negative words about children from... This man needs counseling himself. His utterances makes people feel bad and should take note of that. Actually, for you better want to say a active morning show no, and I'll join you my share no. Yeah, that more I'm joining your Facebook. You better want to say when I Counsellor Lutterodt and a church and come. You just say when you are just who ye pa, who do the out to go to a dream. Sounds like my family.
Hey, what for be?
Of course, I'm.
And I'm Sisi Kani or then I will call for.
Yeah, poor me you want no.
Usulo boy ne share. You go see a time. Ti say you are.
Counsellor, you are the best. My one
me, my bodam. Okay. 0277-609-644.
Eti and I am anti on wet na Jumedian say Clement and they agenu show on Tadia show mom hoyefa a fiankra daroma and we see your mokama fiankra Obenya fiankra chakwa wa blik ma Pentecost Junction ko honma nebo eda fem chesata bia wo your ba wo your bema wo your kola penny you wo call best sort out so obey program na be sha atade nko na be ko bebi na ba sha atade nko ade a any for when you try your fiankra designs na on sesio me so atade kama ye ehye a carousel and a palm at the shabby mammy who ye carousel ewo nyamiko bus stop ko honma no so sanam sika na time bia no uni shape a obekọ matade ama wenya shape inti no hwehwe carousel e twa kwan ewo nyamiko bus stop afen so our Instagram as carousel_carousel okọ so abetimi ni edi ensa waso wo me makeup Ruby's Elegance and say Ruby's Elegance a mobile baby I will be a obeba no abesi so the number is 020515344 020515343 Meda crew ni nyina say MCR too sweet or say less sugar e sounds so beso benya diabetes meda na say so obama bibia etini basket no so kama afen so white Peter Johnson Steven omunya ebeda mo see Evans appear ya na say so no so at the sports ebe fam meda ajenim ene Clement nso ase afen ye twa to kra ono me ma ne kato e san say oyo pemu na nkasa me kai hono no say me slow down na me to me bu no ramp no potholes. The executive producer, Apostle General Bakope, na yadana sibe say abreni no tie chi bibia emoji na mubi enti o maye vim no tie chi pampe e ma yetimi di bibia ebrem yadana sibe Counsellor also me da wase no say wo hwe me
me last point I be banche say me da mo say mo invite me na me nka ncho bi a wo hwe me a we music director we good artist wo kurumu say the Ghana Nigeria Music Award Festival na Ebaso Atlanta Georgia Ebaso pa a biggest competition we nye Ghana Music Award then we Ghana Nigeria Ebaso June network no ye biatum website ni dem www.gnmafestival.com unim say onyum ye da kona ka upload wo ho ni inshia ho Ghana Nigeria Music Award Festival mesra ko website ni se na fa wadwuma to unim nyum to nko ade akọ po modern na ko unim flowers bi nim kan say on fa na nyum nko ese Cecilia Mafo kura de ne de aba
Counsellor, that's last comment. And madam, you look wow. I like your dress. Thank you. Carries on the prime. I'm kind to wait me. Miss me Edemame Abna Fabia Kente. Friday edition of the morning to Honey Edibesi. Monday Obersa Ababishaya. Week Nina say Yabesa Edia Temu Puchu. Na make I say and na anadri 8 p.m. The A show. Yeah the air bro. Friday I say release your stress on us because you already say baby release you more release your stress. Week Nina traffic and ya konya bani na him say what bre. Akose Japan and the basho this winter and paya a big shot into Asha for take note say 8 p.m. and the pepe ube sinkonya no I share both on TV and social media and Facebook at Active TVJ so na YouTube at Active TVJ say na yeja muhono bye bye.